Well, I think everybody already knows I was on a mission trip a couple weeks ago for a medical team in Honduras. It was really scary, but it was also one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. I won't take all your time, but anyway, I'll talk a little bit. I was only there for a week. The first day, we had a little pizza party for the kids at Faith Home. They were there for a reason. They were really either sexually or physically abused by their parents, so they go there for a real home. And they've never really seen a toy before, and we had someone that donated about these little fidget spinners. All they do is just spin in your hand, but they really liked it. They really loved it. I thought it was really annoying, but they loved it. Anyway, the second day was just unorganized. We woke up late, and Pete was the groundskeeper there. Him, a guy named Cody, who only came there for his girlfriend because she went. He wasn't much of a Christian. And I went an hour earlier before everyone else to go set up this carnival tent so everybody was out of the sun. They could stay in the shade while we helped everyone else. Anyway, we got there, and we had to wait an hour for everybody else because apparently they put gas in the bus instead of diesel. So they had to fix that. Anyway, once we got there, everything was set up in just the weirdest way possible, and we were supposed to have 20 translators. We had about maybe 7. So we just had Hondurans just walking around everywhere, didn't know where to go, which wasn't their fault. We just, our escorts weren't the best. Anyway, it took about a long time to get everything set up, and we had to stay a couple hours longer than we were supposed to. The third day, we went to a soccer field, and it was just much more smoother. We had 23 translators there, so a lot more. So we could get everyone out where they needed to be, and it was just much more smoother. But on the last couple of days, we went up a mountain, which was about an hour long on a truck. And most of these people, they don't have cars or anything. They had to walk everywhere. So it probably took them about 2 or 3 hours just to walk up the mountain. We got there at a house which wasn't finished because the way they do houses is they just get enough money to build part of the house, and then they get more money just to build more. They'll build like a wall one year, then the roof next. I was talking to Pete, and he said it takes about an average of maybe 10 to 15 years for a complete house, a modern house anyway. Anyway, it was much more smoother on the house because we were inside, out of the sun, and it was all cramped inside, but it was still out of the sun, so that's all that matters. Anyway, like I said, they spent 2 hours going up the mountain because they had to walk, and they had to wait another 3 hours to wait in line. So they had to wait about 5 hours, and some of them didn't even get medicine or eyeglasses because they didn't need it. But we gave everyone a bag of rice, beans, some blankets, their picture taken, and a Bible. So they waited about 6 hours for just a little handful of stuff. And I work at McDonald's, so patience and kindness isn't something I never see. I'll like be in the drive-thru, and people get mad at me for waiting 2 minutes for a hamburger. And these people waited 6 hours for just a blanket, a Bible, and some other things. That's one thing about them. They're just very patient, very kind. And every time we had a salvation, we rang a bell. And last night we were there, devotional night. We ended up with 99 salvations. We rang that bell 99 times. And the guy I was talking about earlier, Cody, who was only there for his girlfriend, he saw how these people lived. They're just dirt floors. Some of them didn't even have walls in their houses. They can't drink the water, they'll get disease, and the food is also, not the safest. But they still have faith in God. They still believe He's their provider, which He absolutely is. Amen. And he gave his life to Christ that night, and he rang that bell for the 100th time. It was awesome. There's when I started to do this like a year ago, I was not really wanting to do it. I only did it because, well, everyone else said they wanted me to do it, so I did it anyway. But the last couple of weeks, I believe God was really talking to me, and I went through with it, and it was amazing. I believe everyone in this church should do something like it. You don't have to go to Honduras, but just do something. And don't say you're too old or anything like that. There was at least 3 people on our team that was 75 plus. They were pretty old, but they were still, serving God in their own way. So I just like to say thank the church. Thank the pastor. He was really helping me, absolutely helping me, motivating me, encouraging me through the whole thing. So I just want to thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. This was an amazing experience. God bless you.